some of the, what we would describe as the external part of this, because when we're working in class, most of the time, we're focused inwardly. We're working with the breath. We're working with the movements. But I frequently talk about how the movements represent, they are a flow of energy, and that they have multiple functions. The movements operate on our bodies, they operate on our minds, but the movements also engage with the world. They are a way of generating forces, of engaging with forces that act on us in the world. Now, anybody can go out now and see a martial arts movie where you've got people hitting and banging each other around. And my friend Keith there, we've traded a lot of lumps over the years, many lumps. But I didn't want to show you that because that's easy to see. So what I wanted to show you instead, or at least try, was to show you some of these big circles that you're all familiar with, things like the cloud hands, or these big double turns, and to give you just a different context for it and let you see how that energy flows in the external part of it, how it interfaces with forces. Right? So Genevieve, come out here. So she had to learn this thing, but she gets to throw me around. So, but I want to make it clear that as we interact, this is not a battle, it's not a contest at all. It's really a way of interacting in a harmonious way, because the heart of Tai Chi is really non-resistance. It's not about pushing back, but rather it's about accepting what is coming in and then turning it to an advantage. So there's a big theme of acceptance that flows into these patterns. Right? And one of the patterns you've all seen quite a bit is the cloud hands. Right? So the cloud hands, the beauty of it is that it moves me around and redirects me. So try as I might to get in there. Just but you notice that the effort on her part, and I have to say, part of my job is to give myself over to that, not to fake it, but to actually give her my balance and let her take it. And then it's really up to me to catch it again. So each of us has a job to do. The other thing that we work with quite a bit is just simply being aware. And part of the basic key to self-defense is just to be able to avoid. So if I move toward her, to be able to move out of the way. Effectively getting on my back. Okay? I mean, these are simple things, but they actually take training to do, because our natural tendency is to resist, to push back. So learning to yield and give in actually takes quite a bit of practice. Now, another technique you've all worked with is a technique where you're splitting like this. Right? So I'm going to reverse that order just a little bit here. I want to do that one first. All right? And what that does, and we'll just do the split first, because I reach, notice how she's opened me up by splitting the hands. Right? But one of the things you never get to see is how it works with footwork. So now as I reach and split in 2 steps, it's a totally different matter. So, I've talked about how there's balance in these movements. Do it again. The balance is in her, but the beauty of these movements is if I try to attack that balance, the very balance that she creates becomes my imbalance. And there's quite a bit of power in that. Another piece that you've worked with is when you all do the tencho. You've done this thing a bunch of times, swinging the hand around like that, but you've never done it with a step. So when something like that's combined with a step, if I take a big swing at her, that's football 101. But again, what's required there is not that she resist me, but that she come into my circle and join me. And so this joining, just coming together, this harmonizing, that's a big theme. And again, it comes back to when we're dealing with adversity and those things that we can't make them go away. We've got to live with it. So, how do we live with that? How do we harmonize with it as best we can? You've all done things where you bring your hands way overhead, like that, okay? Well, those kinds of movements are easy to take away. Right? So you've swung those hands a million times. Boy, it's hard to get in there. See, we worked on a specific order, but what I've done, true to form, is deviated from the plan. But that's part of it. Part of it is spontaneity. And even if I get my hands on her, there are ways to break that free. And the beauty of this kind of work is it doesn't take brute strength. That's not what it's about. What it requires is a knowledge of technique and balance in order to get away with it. So, however you work, or evade. Take this. No, just can't get your head wet. My favorite. Yeah. Thank you.